The world watched in astonishment last week. Rebel forces seized control of Syria. Their advance was swift and decisive. In the ensuing chaos, one question lingered. Where was President Bashar al-Assad? Reports emerged from Moscow. They claimed that Assad had fled his war-torn nation. He, along with his family, were granted asylum in Russia. These reports, however, remain unconfirmed. This is not the first time rumors about Assad's whereabouts have circulated. In a region rife with misinformation, separating fact from fiction is a constant challenge. The Syrian conflict has been a breeding ground for propaganda. Each side uses it to control the narrative. The fog of war makes it difficult to discern the truth. Russian news agencies have been consistent in their reporting. They claim Assad and his family are under the protection of the Kremlin. They cite humanitarian grounds as the basis for Russia's decision. This is not entirely unexpected. Russia has been a steadfast ally of the Syrian regime throughout the conflict. They have provided military and economic support. However, the Kremlin has remained tight-lipped on Assad's whereabouts. No official statement confirming or denying his presence in Russia has been issued. This silence has fueled further speculation and intrigue. The lack of visual confirmation adds another layer to the mystery. No recent photos or videos of Assad in Moscow have surfaced. This is unusual, given the media attention surrounding his alleged escape. Some analysts believe this is a deliberate strategy. The Kremlin, they argue, wants to control the narrative. They want to avoid further inflaming the situation. Others speculate that Assad is not in Moscow at all. They point to the lack of evidence and the Kremlin's silence as proof. Could he be seeking refuge elsewhere, or is he still in hiding within Syria, waiting for an opportunity to re-emerge? The Syrian conflict has been plagued by misinformation from the start. Social media has become a battleground for competing narratives. Fabricated images, manipulated videos, and outright lies have become commonplace. This has made it increasingly difficult to verify information coming out of the region. The alleged escape of Assad is no different. Numerous false claims have surfaced online, adding to the confusion. These claims range from the outlandish to the seemingly plausible. It's a testament to the power of disinformation in the digital age. Section 5. The plane crash that never was. One of the most widely circulated claims is that Assad died in a plane crash while attempting to flee Syria. This rumor spread like wildfire on social media. It was accompanied by gruesome images and videos of plane wreckage. However, these images and videos were quickly debunked. They were traced back to unrelated incidents. One image was from a 1952 plane crash in Death Valley, USA. Another video showed a 2019 Indian MiG-29 crash. The origin of the rumor is unclear. It likely stemmed from the reported signal loss of a Syrian Air Ilyushin Il-76T aircraft. Experts suggest this was likely due to a switched-off transponder, not a crash. Section 6. Familiar faces, misleading narratives. Another persistent claim is that Assad and his wife, Asma, were spotted in Moscow. Grainy images circulating online supposedly showed the couple walking the streets of the Russian capital. These images, too, were proven false. They were actually from Assad's visit to earthquake victims in Aleppo on February 10, 2023, and his visit to Moscow on March 14, 2023. The images were taken out of context and used to spread misinformation. Section 7. The timeline of a downfall. To understand the current situation, it's crucial to examine the timeline of events. Last week, rebel forces launched a surprise offensive. They quickly gained ground, seizing control of key cities and infrastructure. The Syrian government forces were caught off guard. They were unable to mount an effective defense. As the situation deteriorated, rumors of Assad's escape began to circulate. These rumors intensified as the rebels closed in on the capital, Damascus. Then came the reports from Moscow, alleging that Assad had been granted asylum. Section 8. The fog of war, the shadow of doubt. The lack of concrete information has created a vacuum. This vacuum has been filled with speculation, rumor, and fear. The international community is watching closely. They are trying to make sense of the unfolding events. The situation remains fluid and unpredictable. The truth about Assad's whereabouts may not be known for some time. In the meantime, the world holds its breath, waiting to see what will happen next in Syria. Section 9. Uncertain futures. The Syrian people are left to grapple with the aftermath of years of brutal conflict. The country is in ruins. Millions have been displaced. The humanitarian crisis is dire. The fate of Bashar al-Assad remains a mystery. Is he in Moscow, living under the protection of Russia, or is his whereabouts still unknown? One thing is certain: the Syrian people will continue to suffer long after the guns have fallen silent.